Hi everyone. So in this video we are going to see the solutions of our first All India mock test that happened on 4th of August. So we will start the solution, but before that I will do the promotion of my courses. So if you already know about our courses, if you already have the access of the courses, then you can proceed to the question 1. Otherwise you can listen to it. So these are the two courses that I have made for analog VLSI placement. So every single thing that is required for the analog VLSI placement, that is there, from basic electrical science to analog circuits. Diode circuit is there, MOSFETs is there, basic RC/RL circuits are there, transient analysis is there, op-amp circuit is there, op-amp design is there. So all kind of things are there, and more than 1000 questions we have solved. Doubt solving is there, lecture notes is also there, live doubt solving also is there, WhatsApp group access is also there. So I clear all the doubts as well, and test series is also available. Even for the aptitude part, is test series is available. Like you don't even have to worry about the aptitude as well. For the aptitude, I have also given the lecture videos. Also I have given the lecture notes as well. Also I have given the test series as well. So all kind of things are there. And there are two courses, 6 months access and 12 month access. So separate launch video has also been made for these particular courses, so that you can also watch. And after this you will not have to look at any other resources. With this it would be more than enough for you to prepare. So if you want to consider buying it, you can consider buying it. Otherwise you can from wherever you are studying, you can study from there as well. So let's start with our solutions now. Let's see the solution of question 1. And yeah, one more thing I forgot to tell you, from where you can buy these courses. So you can buy these courses from our website, that is prepfusion.in. Okay, you can go to our website, that is prepfusion.in, or you can simply go to the description box. There you will find the courses. So from there you can buy those courses. Okay, so let's see the solution 1 now. So let's see the solution of first problem. So two goods train are there, each is 500 meter long, and both are traveling in the opposite direction on parallel tracks. One is traveling with 45 km per hour and other one is traveling with 30 km per hour, right? And what you need to find, this is the most important point, find the time taken by the slower train to pass the driver of the faster train. Driver of the faster train, this is the thing. So tell me, where will be the driver sitting? Driver will be sitting here. Now this train, this slower train, has to pass this driver. What do you mean by passing? Let's just say this is the length of this train, 500 meter, and I am saying that the train is passing this pole. This is some pole. So what do you mean by passing? That this front tire should completely pass. Like the train is coming, this is the pole, the train is coming and it should completely pass. That means how much distance it should travel? It should travel the distance equal to its length, right? How much distance? This is the pole, from here it started and this is the end. That means it has traveled the distance equal to its length. Similarly, here the train needs to pass this driver. That means it should cover the distance equal to its length only. So how much distance it needs to cover? So what will be the time taken? Distance, how much distance it needs to cover? 500 meter. And what is the speed? One is running 45 km, this is running with 30 km per hour. So speed will be 75 km per hour, relative speed, right? 45 plus 35. 45 plus 35, and it is kilometer per hour, so you need to convert it into meter per second. So I can multiply with 5 by 18. So 500 and 80 by into 5 by 18. So you can solve it with the, yeah, we can solve it and we will get 24 seconds. Okay, simply I remember the answer, or you can simply calculate from the calculator as well. 9000 by 80. 45 plus 30 it is, sorry, 45 plus 30 it is, so it would be 75. So then you can solve it. Okay, so 500 by 75 by 5 into 18, so 24 seconds we are getting. So this is the correct answer. Also, if the question was find the time taken by the slower train to pass the faster train, if you need to pass the complete train, then how much distance it would have been covering? If it is passing the complete train, this is the train and this is the other train, so equal to its length and equal to the length of this train as well. If we are saying that this train has passed this train, that means it has covered this distance. Let's just say this distance is L1 and this distance, which is L2. So time would have been L1 plus L2 divided by the speed. But here you need to pass only the driver. That's why 500 by this thing. So 24 seconds is the answer. So this was the best thing about this particular problem. So robot is traveling on his bicycle and has calculated to reach point A at 2 p.m. if he travels at 10 km per hour and it reaches 12 at 12 noon if he is traveling at 15 km per hour. Okay, so basically let's just say he covers the distance x. If he is covering with the speed of 10 km per hour, he is covering 10 km distance with the speed of 10 km per hour, then it is taking him time t. And if he is going with 15 km per hour, it is taking him time t minus 2. Say yes or no, right? Because here he is reaching at 2 p.m. and here he is reaching at 12 noon. That means it is taking him 2 hours lesser. So what is his speed? Can we find out the speed, right? Or now what they are asking, at what speed he should travel to reach A at 1 p.m. Okay, at what speed? Let's just say the speed is y. It should travel. Okay, this is the distance. Distance is x. At what speed? The speed is y. He should travel to reach at 1 p.m. That means he should reach in t minus 1 time, because this was 2 p.m. This was 12 noon and this would be 1 p.m. right? So first we need the value of x. So what that would be? X by 10 minus x by 15 would be equals to 2. So x would be equals to 60. So the distance was 60 kilometer. If the distance was 60 kilometer, then you can put the time, put it here. So 60 by 6, the time was 6 hours. So here I can put 60 by y, 6 minus 1. So y would be 12 kilometer per hour. That's it. So he needs to work with 12 kilometer per hour to reach at 1 p.m. Very easy, very simple problem. Okay, just write down the equation, you will get to know every single thing. Let's see these kind of problem work done. So for this I have uploaded a video as well, because a lot of people find this problem, these kind of problems difficult. So there is a certain way of solving it. What is that way? X can do a work in 20 days and y can do a work in 12 days. So basically we will take the LCM of these two. What that would be? 60. So our work is eating 60 laddus. This is what I will think. My work is eating 60 laddus. That means X can eat 60 laddu in 20 days. That means X is eating 3 laddu per day and Y is eating 60 by 12. That means 5 laddu per day, right? Because he can do the work in 12 days. That means he is eating 5 laddu per day. So X started the work alone and after 4 days Y joined him. So X worked for 4 days. X worked for 4 days. That means he has eaten 12 laddus already. How many laddus are left? 48 laddus are left. He has eaten 12 already. Now what is happening? Both X and Y are working. What they are asking, how long did the work last? Okay. Now both X and Y are working. Both X and Y are working. That means 8 laddu per day is being eaten. 8 laddu per day is being eaten. That means if 8 laddu per day is in 8 laddu per day is being eaten, that means how much time it will take? 6 days. So 6 days here and 4 days here. So total time is 6 plus 4, 10 days. Answer is not 6 days. First X was alone working, that means he has eaten 12 laddus. 48 laddus are left. 48 laddus are yet to be eaten. Now X and Y both are working together, that means 8 laddu per day is being eaten. So it would take them 6 days. So 6 plus 4, total 10 days. That's it. This is the answer. Okay. So again, this question is also based on time and work only. So Ravi and Kumar are working on assignment. Ravi can take 6 hours to type 32 pages. Okay. So 32 pages can be printed and Ravi take, efficiency of Ravi would take 6 hours. Okay. And 40 pages will be printed. Work is equals to days into men into time into efficiency. I hope you must have studied it. Okay, because here I cannot give the complete concept, right? And with the efficiency of Kumar, it would take 5 hours. Now what they are saying, how much time it will take to print 110 pages you need to print. Both are working together. Efficiency of Ravi and efficiency of Kumar are together. And how much time it would take, that X you need to find. That's it. So from here, what did you understand? That efficiency of Ravi is equals to 32 by 6, right? 110 pages would be equal, or both are working together, sorry, plus sign will be there. Plus sign will be there. So efficiency of Ravi is 32 pages by 6 plus his is 40 pages by 5. into x. Just you need to solve this equation. P, all these will get cancelled. And what you will get? 110. 32 by 6 plus 8. You can do the calculation now. 32 by 6 plus 8 reciprocal into 110. 8.25. So what we are getting? X is equals to 8.25 hours. 8.25 hours. 8.25 hours means 8 hours and 0.25. 0.25 of the minutes. Like 60 by 4 it would be. It's not 8 hours 25 minutes. This is wrong. 60 by 4. 0.25 hours. 0.25 hours means 1 by 4th of the complete hour. Then how much minute? 60 by 4 minutes. That means 8 hours and 15 minutes. Okay. So these kind of questions are easy. You just need to have the concept. For that I have uploaded the video because I know a lot of students find it difficult. So after watching that 2 hours video, you will not be able to find it difficult. You will be able to solve these problems very quickly. And in the examination also it is very important. These kind of questions come in the examination. Now this question, find the number of trailing zeros. Why did I give this question? Here there is a certain method. I can teach you the concept as well why I will be solving in that manner. But there will be a certain method, and this is a very famous problem. Very famous problem. In a lot of aptitude problems, you will find these kind of problems that they will give you, let's just say they will give you any number 100 factorial and find the number of trailing zeros. Trailing zero means zeros in the end. Let's just say I am writing 20500. So how many trailing zeros are there? Zeros in the end. 2 trailing zeros are there. So in 150 factorial, how many trailing zeros will be? So for that, what you need to do, any number that is given, right? 150 number is given, no? 150 divided by 5 plus 150 divided by 5 square plus 150 divided by 5 cube plus 150 divided by 5 to the power 4. In that manner, you need to keep on going. Any number would be given. Let's just say 200 is given. You will do the same thing. Okay. I am not giving you the core concept why this is happening, but I am just telling you the method here. Okay, because I cannot give you the core concept. For that also I have uploaded a video, that is number system. But from that particular video, from that 8 hours video, this is the most important concept. Okay, rest all are important for the gate aspirant, but for you this concept is very important. The number of trailing zeros. For that you need to solve it in this manner. 150 by 5, 150 by 5 square, 150 by 5 cube, and in that manner it will go. Same with 200, any number would be given. Now what is this? This is greatest integer function. This is greatest integer function. So 150 by 5, what you will get? 30. 150 by 25, 150 by 25, what you will get? 6. 150 by 125, what you will get? 1 point something. But this is greatest integer function, that's why 1 point something will be replaced with 1 only. Plus 150 by 625, right? 150 by 625, what you will get? 0 point something. So it will be replaced with 0 only, and rest all numbers will be replaced with 0 only. So 0 plus 0, the 0 will come. So what is the answer? 37. Do you understand what did I do? You don't need to, no one will ask you in the interview how did you solve it. You just need to remember the method. Okay, because this is a very famous problem and you will see it a lot of times. So 150 by 5 plus 150 by 5 square plus 150 by 5 cube plus 150 by 5 to the power 4. In that manner you will go. Then you just need to take greatest integer function. This will be 30, this will be 6, this will be 1, rest all will be 0. So after that I don't need to write. So answer is 37. That's it. Okay, very easy problem. So I hope you will remember it. Let's see this question. The price of milk is increased by 25%. By what percentage should a family decrease the consumption of milk so that there is no change in the expenditure? Okay. So let's just say initially they used to buy 100 liter milk in 100 rupees. Now the price has increased by 25%. That means now 100 liter milk they will get in 125 rupees, right? Now they do not want to change the expenditure. That means they will spend 100 rupees only. Then how much milk they can buy? Currently in 125 rupees they are getting 100 liter. But they don't want to change the expenditure. They will spend 100 rupees only. So in 1 rupees how much you are getting? 100 by 125. That is equals to 0.8 liter. So in 1 rupee you are getting 0.8 liter. So in 100 rupees they are not going to change the expenditure. So in 100 rupees you will be getting 80 liter only. So initially they were getting 100 liter. Now they are getting 80 liter. So how much reduction is there? 20%. Initially they were getting 100 liter, now they are getting 80 liter. So the consumption they reduced by 20% so that they have to spend 100 rupees only. What is the answer? This is the answer. Okay, very famous question. These kind of problems will come in your examination. Okay, now partnership problem it is. A began the business with 85,000. A began the business. B joined afterwards. After some time, B joined with 42.5k rupees. Okay, for how much period B joined if profit at the end of the year were divided in the ratio 3:1. So he invested for 12 months and he invested for some 12 minus X months, we don't know. He invested for some Y months. We don't know for how much time he invested. For how much period does B join? So for how much time he invested, we don't know that. The ratio is divided in 3:1. So basically 85k into 12 is 3 times of 42.5k into Y. Say yes or no. Very simple equation. The guy who invests more money with that time, basically money into time is the profit. That would be the ratio of the profit, no? Let us say I am investing 100 rupees, you are investing 100 rupees. I am investing for 12 months, you are investing for 6 months. That means I will get twice of what you get because I invested for the double time. So similarly, here as well, he invested for 12 times, he invested for Y months, that we don't know. And this is the money that they invested. So this would be the equation. So this we need to solve. 85 into 12 divided by 42.5, 24 divided by 3 as well, 8. So this guy invested for 8 months. That's it. This guy invested for 8 months. Very easy problem. So let's see this problem. So you have to study the graph and make the and give the answers. So these kind of problems will take a lot of time if you read it reluctantly. You need to read the paragraph with good amount of patience, and in the paragraph always the last line will be the most important. Okay, here they will just talk about what is the reference of this particular paragraph, and in the last line they will talk what they are actually giving you in the paragraph. So they are giving you annual rate of interest offered by two finance companies over the year, company P and company Q. So what they are saying, let's see the first question. If two different companies, always you need to study it very slowly. If two different amounts in the ratio 8:9 are invested in company P and Q in year 2002. So P ratio Q is 8:9, year is 2002. So I will just keep on writing all the information that is given. This is just I am telling how to solve the problems quickly. Okay, otherwise you will waste a lot of time. I have seen a lot of people doing that. I also used to do it. Then the amount received after 1 year as interest from company P and Q are respectively in the ratio. So in the year 2002, so company P is giving you 6% interest and they are giving you 4% interest. So if the guy invested 8 rupees, then he would get 6% interest. That means he would get 0.48 rupees, right? If he invested 8 rupees, 6% interest, what that would be? 6% of 8, that would be 0.48. That would be the interest. And 4% of 9, that would be 0.36. So this is the ratio. 4:3 is the answer. That's it. So very quickly with the very good amount of patience I am able to do it just because I read it very slowly. Let's see the next one. An investor invested rupees 5 lakh in Q in 1996. 5 lakhs in Q in 1996. 5 lakhs in Q. You will not have this paragraph on your paper. You will have it on screen. So you cannot do anything. So you have to see here. 5 lakh in Q. 5 lakhs in Q in 1996. That means the interest rate was 6.5%. After 1 year, the entire amount along with the interest was transferred as investment in company P. So after 1 year, how much amount it would be? 1 year. So 5 lakhs with 6.5% interest. So what will be the 6.5% of 5 lakh? That would be 0.325 plus 5. So 5.325 lakh. 5.325 lakh. After 1 year with 6.5% interest, this amount will become 5.325 lakh. Now that has been made as an investment in company P in the year 1997 and they would be offering 9% interest rate. 9% interest rate. So after that, how much amount the investor will get? So 9% interest rate. So basically you need to multiply this amount with 1.09. So you are getting 5.80425 lakhs. Basically 9% interest rate is there. So 9% more he will get. So 5.325 into 1 plus 9 by 100. So 5.325 into 1.09. So this much amount he is getting, which is this option. That's it. So this is the answer. Okay. So you always read it very slowly. You know everything. Just there will be a lot of data. You just need to read it slowly so that you will be able to answer it quickly. Okay then. Now this question, this is also very interesting problem. The father is saying to his son, I was as old as you are at the present. I was as old as you are at the present at the time of your birth. Okay. So if father today he is 38 years old, then the son's age 5 years back was. So let's just say today son is of X year. Son is of X year. That means when he was born, X years back. So what was the age of father? Father X years back. X years back. What was the age of father X years back? That would have been 38 minus X. Now what he is saying? X years back, my age was equal to your current age. That's it. X year back, father was of 38 minus X. So his age was equal to your current age. So 38 minus X is equals to X. So X is equals to 19. So this is the current age of son. Current age. What they are asking? The son says 5 years back was. So 19 minus 5, that would have been 14. So 5 years back he was of 14 years. That's it. This is also a good question. So here also these kind of questions are oftenly asked in the written test of a lot of companies. So what they are asking, the angle they are asking at 830. So always you need to remember the formula, that is 30h minus 11 by 2m. I rarely ask to remember the formula, but this is something that I ask you to remember in aptitude. The angle between hour end and the minute end, that would be 30h minus 11 by 2m, and the mode would come, because basically if this is the angle, that means this could also be the angle, no? Like 360 minus theta can also be the possible opportunity. That's why we take a mode. So let's see which answer matches. So minus 11 by 2, m is 30, right? M is 30. So this would be 240 minus 15 into 11, that would be 15 into 11 will be 165, and 40 minus 165, that would be 170, 30, 75, right? So answer is 75 degree. That's it. Okay, very easy problem. If this was not in option, then what would have been the answer? 360 minus 75. What is 365 minus 75? That is 285 degree. So that could also have been the answer, but this is there in the option, so this is what we will take. Okay, this is also very interesting. In a race, there is a 100-meter race. A can beat by 25 meter. So if A is at 100 meter, then B will be at 75 meter, and B can beat C by 4 meter. That means C will be at 71 meter. So in the same race, A will beat B by 29 meter. Is that the answer? If B is at 75, C will be at 71. So A will beat C by 29 meter. This is the answer. Wrong. Why is that so? Because in a race of 100 meter, A will beat B by 25 meter. This is correct. But in a race of 100 meter, B will beat C by 4 meter. What does that mean? If B is at 100 meter, that means C will be at 96 meter. If B is at 100 meter, C will be at 96 meter. That means if B is at 1 meter, that means C will be at 0.96 meter. And if B is at 75 meter, that means C will be at 75 into 0.96 meter. And what that would be? 75 into 0.96 meter, that would be 72 meter. So C would have been at 72 meter. So let's just say A, B, C are running in a 100-meter race. So A has reached 100 meter. if A has reached 100 meter, that means B would have reached 75 meter. And if B has reached 75 meter, that means C would have reached 72 meter. So A has reached 100 meter and C has reached 72 meter. So what is the distance? That is 28 meters. So what is the answer? B. Answer 4. Answer 4. This is wrong. Okay, I will modify it. I need to modify it. So answer will be 28 meter. Okay, that is an error from my side. Answer will be 28 meter. Now this is also a very interesting problem. A cab was involved in hit and run accident at night. Salman Khan was involved. Huh? You are given the following data about the cab in the city and the accident. 85% of the cab in the city are green and remaining are blue. So let's just say if there are 100 cabs in the city, so 85 are green and 15 are blue. A witness identified the cab involved in the accident as blue. Okay. It is known that the witness can correctly identify the color only 80% of the time. He is colorblind. So only 80% of the time he will say, let's just say the guy sees a green car. Okay. So there are 85 green cars. You get that guy and you show him 85 green cars. What he will say? 20% of the times. That means 85, 20% of 85. That means he will say there are 17 blue cars and rest 60, how much it would be? 15, 68. So he will say there are 68 green cars and rest are blue cars. This is what he will say. Because he can identify only 80% of the time. So if you show him 85 green cars, he will say there are 68 green and 17 blue cars. Are you understanding this point? Right? And if you show him 15 blue cars, we show him 15 blue cars. So 20% of the time he will be wrong. So what will be the 20% of 15? 3. So he will say there are 3 green cars and 12 blue cars. This is what he will say. So if you take him to the market and show him 85 green cars, he will say there are 68 green cars and 17 blue cars. And if you show him 15 blue cars, then he will say there are 12 blue cars and 3 green cars. Now the witness has identified the cab involved in the accident as blue. So how many chances are there that he will identify that to be blue? So 29 chances are there. In total of 100 cabs, he will say that there are 29 chances are there that it could be blue. Which of the following option is closest to the probability that accident was caused by a blue car, actual blue car? So what could be the actual blue car? 12 chances are there. The car to be actually blue, there are 12 chances. One thing we know that the car will be one of these. So there are 29 chances. And actually it should be blue. This is actually green, right? And this is actually blue. But it should be actually blue. This is not in our desired case. This is not even in our desired case. This is not in our desired case. These are in desired case. And it has to be actually blue. That means answer will be 12 by 29. And if you take percentage, it would be 41%. That's it. Okay. So very good question on probability. This question is based on conditional probability, but I am not writing down those formulas like P of A, then I would take any event, all these kind of things I am not doing, because this is what they will not expect from you as well. They will just expect that this question is there and you will be solving it in this manner. They are not testing your mathematics, they are testing your aptitude. So that's why I have solved in this manner. Okay. So statement is given, you need to conclude. You need to make the conclusion. So which conclusion you can make by the given statement? Death keeps no calendar. That means that can come anytime and everyone has to die. So man must die one day and death can come at any time. So both conclusion 1 and 2 follows. Okay, just you need to read the statement and conclude based on the given statement. So all death keeps no calendar. So that means it can come anytime and everyone has to die one day, right? From where are you getting that man must die one day? Because there is no calendar. That means it can come anytime. That means it will certainly come. That keeps no calendar. मौत का कोई calendar नहीं है. इसका मतलब वो आएगी पक्का. वो कभी भी आ सकती है. So man must die one day and death can come anytime. So that's why option D is correct. Okay. Now these kind of questions are also very famous. So they will give some mathematical relation that this is this guy, this is this guy, and then you need to find which mathematical relation will show that P is the maternal uncle of Q. So you have to check all the options only. All the mathematical relation you have to solve. But always when you need to check the options, always start with the option C. Why is that so? Because most probably people will start from option A and D, and this is what the question setter also knows. So from JE onwards, I am doing this thing. Whenever I need to check the option, I will start with option C, and believe me, 90% of the time is there that answer is option C only. So always start with option C whenever you need to check the options. Here you need to check all the relations, or you have to check all the options. So I will start with the option C. So what do you mean by P minus M? P minus M. That P is the brother of M. Both are brother sister. Brother sister or brother brother, anything could be. Now M plus N. So that means M is the mother of N. So she is the mother. She is the mother. And what does P minus M means? P minus M means A is the brother of B. So he is the guy. He is the guy, right? He is the guy. Because he is the brother and he is a lady. She is the lady, sorry, not he is a lady. She is a lady. And now what they are saying? M plus N. M plus N is the mother. M is the mother of N. So she is the mother. So she is the daughter. Daughter or son, anything could be. And now N into Q. N into Q. That means A is the sister of B. That means N is the sister of Q. She is the sister. That means they are siblings. So she is the mother of him as well, or her as well. Him, her, anything. Q can be anything. So she is the mother as well. And who is the brother of mother? Your maternal uncle. So yes, P is the maternal uncle of Q. So this is correct. So option C is correct. So this is how you need to check. P is the maternal uncle of Q. Okay. Now these Venn diagram problems are also very famous. So from whatever the topic they can ask you the questions, every single topic I have included here. Also the test series also I have made. You can take the test series as well. So from there also you will be able to understand. The test series I will be releasing in 3 to 4 days only. So after that you can take the test series as well. So there will I'll be including more problems. So for this particular question paper I have included all kind of problems that they can ask mostly. Okay. So in a club 256 members are there. Venn diagram problems is there. This is the problem based on Venn diagram. "144 play football, 123 play tennis and 132 play cricket." Football, tennis, cricket. Football, tennis, cricket. And 58, the 63 can play both. If every member play at least one game, then the number of members who play only tennis is okay. Only tennis. You need to find this area. This area you need to find. So that we can find. So what they are saying, 256 members are total there. Total members are 256. You don't need to remember any formula. We will write it down very quickly. This formula. I will show you the derivation. Although in the course I have also taught the complete derivation. So this. If I write NF, that means I am including all these kind of things, right? So always make a tick. If I am writing NF, that means I am including all kind of things, all these things. So NF I have included. Then I am writing N of T, that means I am including this as well, this as well, this as well, and this as well. Plus if I am writing N of C, that means I am including this as well, this as well, this as well, and this as well. Now I have included these twice, right? This complete shows this complete block, but I included these values twice, so I need to eradicate. So I will do minus N F intersection T. That means I am eradicating F intersection T. So one of the tick will be cancelled. F intersection T. Just I subtracted. That means this tick and this tick is gone. These two ticks are gone now. I will do N T intersection C. That means T intersection C. So this arrow was already there actually. There was one more arrow there actually. So T intersection C. That means this arrow and this arrow. These two arrows are gone. Now I will do F intersection C. What do you mean by F intersection C? F intersection C means this arrow and this arrow is gone. Right? What happened here? This common part has been eradicated 3 times. So this part is not even there in this formula. in this formula you need this part, but it is not even there, so you have to add it up. F intersection T intersection C. So one thing is that you can remember this formula. If you are not able to remember, then you can derive it in this manner. Always, if you are solving any Venn diagram problems, there can be 5 Venn diagrams as well. There can be any n number of Venn diagrams will be there. If you are writing any formula, just keep on putting the ticks, and then just see, I need to include everything only once. So I need to cut the ticks. How will I cut the tick? By subtracting. And if I am subtracting, then how much, what is being subtracted? So just keep on cutting those ticks, and then you get to know that this middle part has been subtracted 3 times. So I need to add it up for 1 more time. So this is the formula that we have got. So what I can find from here, let's check that out. So total 256 members are there, after which 144 play football, plus 123 play tennis, plus 132 play cricket, 58 members plays both football and tennis, and then cricket and tennis, and then 63 both football and cricket. Then how many members will be there who plays all? This we don't know. This we are going to find. Who plays everything? This we are going to find. So what that would be? Let me check that. So after doing the calculation, I get to know that this common part is 3. So basically 3 guys are there. Let's remove all these up now. What we need to find? We need to find only this part, this common tennis part. So I know this part now. This is 3. Football and tennis combined, how many these are there? Football and tennis, both football, and that is 58. That means this would have been 55, because 55 plus 3, 58. Then 25 are there who play cricket and tennis. 25 cricket and tennis. That means this would have been 22, because 22 plus 3 would be 25. So how many these are there? These would be 55 plus 3, that is 58 plus 22, that would be 80. So 80 these guys are there. And how many guys total play tennis? That is 123. So total guys are 123. Out of which 80 are those who play football, cricket and all kind of things as well. But you only need to find purely tennis. So in the whole block, 123 is coming. Minus 55, minus 3, minus 22. What you will get? 43. What you will get? 43. Daily hai bhai ye t-shirt. Okay, so you will get 43. Okay, then this was an easy problem only. Just you need to have a good idea of Venn diagrams. So a boy was misdirected from his way while returning to his home from his school. In order to reach his home, he moved 3 km in the south direction. So I hope you have the idea of the directions. So let me make it. North, this is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west. Actually we get confusion east and west. So how do I remember? Here we have West Bengal, right? So this would be east, just the opposite of that. In this direction we have West Bengal, so this is it, this is west. So this is how I remember it. So what is happening with the guy? He goes 3 km in the south direction. Okay, 3 km in the south direction. Then he turned to his left. What would be his left? This would be his left. He turned to his left and moved 2 km. 3 km, turned to his left, moved 2 km in the straight direction and leading road to east. Okay, from there he moved again left and walked for 3 km. Again moved left and walked for 3 km. Walked for 3 km. After that he again turned to his left and walked 1 km. Again turned left he turned and walked 1 km. After that he found a pointer that B is not there, that had lost its shape. Okay, the pointer is pointing towards the wrong direction. The pointer points towards north, was pointing towards west now. He was pointing towards west, but he was showing it is pointing towards north. That means if it would have been, this west will come here. This is the actual, this is the wrong direction it is pointing. This is the wrong direction it is pointing. That means he would be pointing towards south, right? This is the wrong direction he is pointing, and this would have been east. This is the wrong direction. Now boy went in the direction thinking it to be east. So the pointer is saying it is east. That means the guy will move in this direction. Pointer is saying this is east. So the guy will move in this direction, thinking it to be east. Okay. Then he again turns left. And walks 2 kilometers. What will be left? This will be the left. Again turns left and walks 2 kilometers. So 2 kilometers will be somewhere here. Because this distance is already 1 kilometer, so this would be 2 kilometers. So 2 kilometers will be somewhere here. In which direction he is from his school? From his school, from here, in which direction he is? From his school, he is in this direction. So what will be this direction? This will be northwest. Actual direction you need to tell, not as per the this faulted pointer, not as per the faulted pointer, actual direction, that is northwest, right? Northwest. So answer is northwest, option 1. So these kind of questions also come in the examination. Very, very good problem. Okay, northwest. Well and good, very good problem. The salaries of A, B, C are in the ratio 2:3:5. If the increment is 15%, 10% and 20% respectively in their salaries, then what will be the new ratio of their salary? 2:3:5. Increment is 15%, 10% and 20%. 15% increment, that means his salary would have increased by 0.3 rupees. 15% of 2 will be 0.3. 10% his salary would have increased by 0.3 rupees. And 20%, that means his salary would have increased by 1 rupee. 6.0 even. So what will be the new ratio? 23:33:60. Very straightforward problem. Very, very easy. Okay. Now this is a good question. 8 people are seated around a square table. E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. 8 people are there seated around a square table. What all data are given? There are 3 ladies who are not seated next to each other. We don't know which ladies are there. So let's forget about them. J is between L and F. So J is between L and F. This could be the condition, or J is between L and F. This could also be the condition, right? G is between I and F. 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 This could be the condition. H is a lady member which is second to the left of J. Second to the left of J. Second to the left of J is H. If I come here, second to the left of J, this is the left of J, and second to the left of J is G here. So this is not possible, right? Because second to the left of J is H. Second to the left of J. Left of J is this. And this is first and this is second. Second to the left of J is H, which is a lady member. So here this is a lady member. F is a female member which is sitting opposite to E. F, a male member is sitting opposite to E, a lady member. So let's fix them. There are 8 people around this square table. So this is how they would be sitting: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So let's start putting them. Let's just say I start from here. H, L, because this order is correct. H, L, J, F and G. So F, a female member, is seated opposite to E. This would be the opposite, right? So here E would be there. This is lady. This is a lady member, and E is also a lady member. E is also a lady member. There is a lady member between F and I. Between F and I, there is a lady member. Between F and wait a second. Why did I write this as I? Between F and I. So between F and I. So this I cannot be there. So it has to be I only. F and I. I could have gone here as well, but already L is sitting here. So between F and I, there is a lady member which is G. So these are the lady members which are not seated together, right? They are sitting far. They are not seated together. So which one is left? From where we are starting? E, F, G, H, I, J, K, K. K is left. So this guy is K. So how many persons are seated between K and F? K and F. 1, 2, 3. That's it. So answer is 3. Okay, so this was the problem. So you just need to read it and then answer carefully. Okay then. Okay, so aptitude part is completed. Now we will move to tech part. Okay. Yeah, actually one more question is left. It is not completed. So here, what is the scene? There will be a question given and there will be 2 statements given. Now you need to tell, using any of these statements, can you answer the given problem? If one statement is enough, let's just say I read this statement and I can answer this given problem. I can read this statement and I can answer this given problem. Then I will say that statement 1 is enough. Then I read this statement and I can say that I can answer this problem. That means statement 1 is alone enough, 2 is also alone enough. Then I read this statement, this will not answer my problem. Then I will say statement 1 alone is sufficient, but statement 2 alone is not sufficient. Similarly for 1 and 2. And if both combined will give me the answer, then I will say both 1 and 2 together are sufficient. And none of them is giving me any answer, so I will say neither 1 and 2 are sufficient. Basically, I need to answer the given problem. Let's read the given problem. What will be the total weight of 10 poles? Each of them is having the same weight. Each of them has the same weight. So what will be the total weight of 10 poles? So 1/4 of the weight of each pole is 5 kg. 1/4 weight of the each pole is 5 kg. That means each pole is of 20 kg. And what will be the total weight of 10 poles? That would have been 200 kg. So by using only this statement, I can answer this problem. So statement 1 alone is enough. What about the other one? The total weight of 3 poles is 200 kg more than the total weight of 2 poles. Total weight of 3 poles is 220 kg more than the total weight of 2 poles. That means what is the weight of 1 pole? That is 200 kg. So what would be the weight of 10 poles? That would have been 200 kg. Weight of 1 pole is 20 kg, weight of 10 pole would have been 200 kg. So statement 2 also is alone sufficient. So both 1 and 2 together are sufficient? No, they are not together sufficient. If I was given only one statement, then also I could have answered this problem. If I was given only this statement, then also I could have answered this problem. So either 1 or 2 is sufficient. Either of them. You just need to give me one statement and I will be answering that particular problem. So either 1 or 2 is sufficient. So that's the correct option. Okay. So now our aptitude part is completed. Now we will move to the tech part. Okay. So if you are finding it helpful, please do share it with your friends. So moving to the technical section now. So this is the first question. V versus I characteristics is given for a variable register. These values are written. Now this variable register is replaced by this particular circuit. Then what will be the current I? What will be this current I? This is what we need to find. So what we can do? Based on these characteristics, we can find VTH and RTH here, right? We can find VTH, RTH, or you can find Norton current. These things you can find. Then you can replace this complete circuit by its Norton equivalent or Thevenin equivalent, right? So this is what we will try to do here. So the characteristics is given. Based on that characteristics, what you can do? What is your VTH? VTH is our open circuit voltage, right? VTH is open circuit voltage. That means when current I is 0, what is the voltage? When current I is 0, what is the voltage? 5 volt. So this is your VTH. When current I is 0, what is the voltage? 5 volt. So this is known as VTH. Can I find RTH from here? Tell me. This is my question. Can I find RTH? What is your Thevenin voltage? You apply VDC, you get some current IDC. VDC by IDC is your Thevenin voltage. Considering all the independent sources nullified. RTH VDC by IDC, but considering all the independent sources nullified. Here, this characteristics is there with 5 volt in action. Say yes or no? Based on this characteristics, if you say that, sir, this slope will be your RTH, that statement, I don't think that will be correct. I don't think that statement is correct. If you say the slope of this will be RTH. Now, because for finding RTH, we have to short circuit this. But this characteristics is given when 5 volt is in action. So I don't think this is correct that if I find the slope, that would be RTH. Luckily, your answer will be correct here. But conceptually, I don't think that is correct. So what I would do, I would try finding Norton current. What is Norton current? This V goes to 0. When this V goes to 0, what will be the current? That would be your Norton current. So I will try finding Norton current. So when V goes to 0, what will be the current? For that, I can write down the equation of this line, right? So what will be the equation of this line? So that would be V equals to slope. Slope is y2 minus y1 upon 4 minus 5. So it would be minus 1 milli into I plus 5. When V goes to 0, what is your I? When V is equals to 0, your I will be equals to I Norton. So I Norton will be 5 milliampere. This is your I Norton current. If this is your I Norton current, what will be your RTH? V by I, right? So RTH will be V by I Norton. That would be 1 kilo ohm. So from here I get 1 kilo ohm. If you solve this equation as well, you will get 1 kilo ohm only. but I don't find that conceptually correct. This is conceptually correct as per me. Okay, so now this complete circuit can be replaced with a battery of 5 volt and 1 kilo ohm resistance, and then another 1 kilo ohm resistance is there, then 3 voltage in action. Okay, 1 kilo ohm, 1 kilo. What you need to find? You need to find the current I. So what will be I? I will be 2 by 2 kilo ohm. That means 1 milliampere. That's it. So this is the answer, 1 milliampere. Option C. Okay. You need to find the sign of A and B for negative feedback. So for negative feedback, what is the total phase shift we required? 180 degree phase shift. From here to here you go. From here to here you go. How much phase shift is there? 180 degree already, because this is common source. 180 degree. And from here to here you go. What is the phase shift? This is also common source. From PMOS, another 180 degree is there. So from here you have reached. Here to here you worked. Here to here you worked. So till here there is 360 degree phase shift or 0 degree phase shift. So from here to here you want to go. That means you require another 180 degree, right? That means B should be negative and A should be positive. You total need 180 degree phase shift. From here to here you are going, you from the output of the op-amp 180 degree, 180 degree, another 180 degree required. So B should be positive, B should be negative and A should be positive, because if B is negative, basically if this node goes up, this node goes down and this node goes up. And if this node is going up, that means this node is going up. There is no use of this one. This is just to confuse you. And this node is going up. Now what you want? You want this node to go down. That means B should be negative. If you want this node to go down, so if something is going up, B should be negative, then output will go down. By this you can check, or phase shift is the easiest method. 180 degree, 180 degree, another 180 degree needed, so B should be negative. That's it. Okay. And A should be positive. This is actually a very interesting problem. You need to find V0 when VS2 is 6 volt. And this curve is given. So when VS2 is 0, V0 is 2 volt. From there you can find the value of VS1. The VS1 is the issue, no? My target is to find VS1. So from this curve, what do I understand? If VS2 is 0, if VS2 is 0, then my V0 is 2 volt. So what will be the circuit? 3 ohm. And VS2 is 0, so the both will come in parallel. 3 and 3 will come in parallel. That would be 1.5 ohm. This is your VS2. And what is your V0 at that time? Your V0 is 2 volt at that time. Understood? It was very easy actually. If this is dropping 2 volt, that means this would drop 4 volt. Because this has double resistance of that. That means VS2 will be 6 volt. And if VS2 is 6 volt, now what they are asking? Sorry, VS1 is 6 volt. Really sorry. VS1. This was your VS1. VS1 will be 6 volt because VS2 is 0 here. VS2 is equals to 0 volt. Now what they are saying? VS1 we already know which is 6 volt. A fixed battery. 3 ohm is there. Another 3 ohm is there. And another 3 ohm is there. And VS2 here is 6 volt. What do you need to find? You need to find V0. This potential you need to find. V0 potential you need to find. So V0 minus 6 by 3 plus V0 by 3 plus V0 minus 6 by 3 is equals to 0. 3 V0 is equals to 12. V0 is equals to 4 volt. That's it. This is the answer. Or you can apply the concept of half circuit here as well, right? Concept of half circuit. Just to make the problem complex. This will be replaced with 6 ohm. 6 ohm and 6 ohm in parallel. Then you apply the concept of half circuit. Both are positive. Then it will be open-ended. Not shorted. It will be open-ended. So 6 by 9 into 6. This should be our answer. 36 by 9. 4 volt. So concept of half circuit also you can apply. If you have studied analog electronics from me, so there I have told the concept of half circuit. That also you can see, but this is simple node analysis. So 4 volt you will get. Let's see this one. This is also very straightforward. 200 microampere current is there and all the parameters are identical. So both of the MOSFETs are identical. So this is 200 microampere current. So this will drive 100 microampere current and this will also drive 100 microampere current. Both will drive 100, right? So it will drive 100 micro. This is also driving 100 micro. So what will be the drop here? This drop will be 4 volt. So what will be V1? V1 will be equals to 1 volt and V2 will also be equals to 1 volt, right? So two options are there. Now do I need to solve this one? No. Why so? Because I know the transistor will be on, and if transistor is on and gate is at 0 potential, that means source will be at negative potential, no? So V3 will be negative, that's it. Are you getting this point? In the examination, how would you solve it quickly? 1 volt, I know only two options are left. One is saying minus 1.32, one is saying plus 1.32. If it is plus 1.32, then certainly the transistor will not be on. Because if this potential is plus 1.32, then transistor will not be on. So it has to be on. So if it is on, that means source has to go to negative. So option is B. Or what you can do, you can simply assume a potential here. Basically, you can find the value. How will you find the value? How much current is flowing here? 100 micro. What region of operation you will assume? Assuming saturation, 100 micro current is flowing, that would be equals to mu n Cux, that is equals to 100 micro into W by L by 2 VGS minus VT whole square. So 0.1 under root is equals to VGS minus 1. So VGS is equals to 1.32 volt. Gate is at 0, so Vs is equals to minus 1.32 volt. Very straightforward, right? Okay, then what about this one? What is the order of the circuit? What do you think? Second order, third order? Look, what did I tell you in one of the video? I have told this method. You have to give independent voltages, right? Independent voltages to the storing element. If I cannot write the potential across all three capacitors in terms of the known voltages. What is my known voltage? That is 5 volt. So in terms of known voltage, I cannot write the potential across all these capacitors. So at least one independent voltage I will have to give. Let's just say I give independent voltage Vx to this one. Now, can I write down the potential across C1 and C3 in terms of Vx and 5 volt? Two known voltages are there, one independent voltage I have given. So at least it is first order. Let me check more if it is first order or not. If it is second order or third order or whatever it is. So Vx potential is there. Can I write down the potential across this one? That I am calling Vc3. And can I write down the potential across this one in terms of known voltages? Yes, you can. Why you can? Because this R will drive 0 ampere current. Just because I have made an R here and showed a V0 doesn't mean that R will drive some current. R is open-ended. So this V0 will directly come here. That means whatever the current that is flowing through C1, that same current is flowing through C3. Same current is flowing. And Vx potential is exposed to C1 and C3 directly. Vx potential is directly exposed to C1 and C3. This Vx potential here. So what will be your Vc3? Vc3 is Vx into C1 upon C1 plus C3. And what is your Vc1? Vc1 is Vx into C3 upon C1 plus C3. That's it. So only one independent voltage you have to give. That means it is first order circuit. So many people would have matched up. They would have clicked on second order circuit thinking that something will happen here. Something would have happened here if this would have been the case. Then what would be the order of the circuit? It would be third order. Because one independent voltage you have to give here, another you have to give here, another you have to give here. Then across C1 you can write down the potential in terms of known voltages. That would be Vc2 minus Vc3. So 3 storing element would be there. But here there is no capacitor. If there is no capacitor at the output, that means it is first order only. So that was the trick. These kind of questions can come up in your written test as well, or certainly in the interview. Now this is very good question. If you solve by Laplace, it will take a lot of time and you will end up doing some mistake. What you need to find? Vs you need to find at t equals to 3 seconds. The switch is opening at t equals to 0. So what will happen? This 5 ampere current source is there. So 5 ampere current source is there. Now that will be divided into these two. In these two paths, in these two branches, 5 ampere will be divided and then again added back. So certainly this 3 farad will always have 5 ampere current. Say yes or no. Do you agree to this point? 5 ampere is going, it will be divided into 2 branches. Then certainly this 3 farad will certainly have 5 ampere always. Right? So what will be your V0 T? Just I am asking you V0 T. That would be 1 by C. Constant current is there. 5 ampere constant current is there. 1 by C 5 dot dt. From 0 you are starting because the switch is opening at t equals to 0. For t less than 0, what was happening? For t less than 0, the switch was closed. So complete 5 ampere was flowing here. So nothing was happening with this circuit. For t less than 0. but for t greater than 0 the switch is open. So 5t by c, it would be 5t by c, 5t by 3. Basically this is your v0 t. What about v1t? What about v1? Tell me what will happen to v1. Initially capacitor can act as short circuit, right? Initially capacitor will be acting as short circuit. Okay, will there be any impulse current? No, there will not be any impulse current. There will be constant current, that is 5 ampere. There is no voltage source. There is no voltage source. If there was voltage source, then you would have said that sir there will be impulse current. So impulse current, because v by infinity, v by 0, that would be infinite current. But that is not the case here. The current is constant, so that current will be flowing through 2 farad capacitor. If that is flowing through 2 farad capacitor, that means what will be your v1? v1 will be 0 volt, right? v1 will be 0 volt. Now if some current is flowing through the capacitor, then what is happening? Some voltage will be developed here. Let's just say 0.1 voltage is developed. If 0.1 voltage is developed, that means the same voltage is developed across the resistor as well. That means the resistor is driving 0.1 by 2 ampere current. If resistor is driving 0.1 by 2 ampere current, that means the current here is reduced. Initially capacitor was shorted, that means it was driving the complete 5 ampere current. No current was flowing through the resistor initially. But now what is happening? Because of the current, the capacitor has developed some voltage, and the same voltage is coming towards the resistance. And because of that voltage, the resistance is driving some current. So from here 5 ampere current is coming. So in the capacitor the current is less, but still the current is flowing from left to right. That means capacitor is still getting charged. If it is getting charged, that means it will develop the voltage more. If it is developing the voltage more, then current here will increase more. It would be 0.5 by 2. So in that manner it will keep on increasing. But at one time what will happen? The complete 5 ampere current will be flowing through the resistor. And when the complete 5 ampere current is flowing through the resistor, at that time there will be 0 ampere current through the capacitor. And if there is 0 ampere current through the capacitor, that means this is the steady state. So 5 ampere current is flowing here, that means this voltage drop is 10 volts. So at steady state the voltage will be 10 volt. Or you could have directly said that sir at steady state it will be open circuited. But people would be getting confused, sir, why this is not being open circuited? This cannot be open circuited because this will always have 5 ampere current. It has no other option. So it cannot be open circuited, right? But this can be certainly open circuited. So this is the thing that is happening here. I hope you must have understood. This is the scene with V1. Initially capacitor 2 farad is shorted. It will drive 0 ampere current, V1 is 0. And at steady state capacitor 2 farad will be open circuited. So V1 will be 5 into 2, 10 volt. That's it. Okay. So what will be the V1t equation? That would be 10 into 1 minus e to the power minus t by tau. Tau. What will be the tau? Tau will be these two. Will be coming because of these two only. There is no effect of this one. Or you can simply see across 2 farad you only see 2 ohm. And current source will be open circuited. So only effective capacitance is 2 farad and you see 2 ohm parallel to that. So only the effect of these two will come in action. Okay. So what will be your tau? Tau will be 4 seconds. So that's the scene. So what will be your VST? VST will be 10 into 1 minus e to the power minus t by tau plus 5t by 3. At what time you need to find? At 3 seconds you need to find. So Vs at 3 seconds. 10 into 1 minus 3 by 4 plus 5. So it would be 10.27. These questions you are not going to find in any textbook or anywhere. These are purely framed by me only. I have only thought of it and then I framed it. So certainly took a lot of effort. So I hope you guys are able to appreciate this. Just I want the appreciation. Just I want that you guys share it. That's it. So this is the answer, 10.27 volt. Okay. Now let's see this question. For all the transistors lambda is 0. If lambda is 0, that means if this is your V0, then how much current it will drive? In the upward direction it will drive GM V0 current, right? VSG is 0. You know the method, how do we write down the current? So in the upward direction it will drive GM V0 current, small signal GM V0 current. So here there is GM V0 current. This is your GM V0 current. Now what this will be replaced with? The upper one, the lower one. This is your V in. This is your V in, and this will be simply replaced with 1 by GM, right? From here to here, from downward, what do you see? 1 by Gm parallel R0, but R0 is not there, so it will be replaced with 1 by Gm. All transistors are identical only. For all transistor, no, sorry. This is Gm2. This is actually Gm2. This is actually Gm2 V0. These two transistors are identical. This is Gm1 and this is M1. So tell me what will be this potential, and in the upward direction there is Gm2 V0 current. What will be this potential? Can you tell me directly without applying any equations? It will be V in by 2. Why is that so? Why this potential will be V in by 2? Because from here to here, I told you one thing. These kind of circuits are there. This kind of circuit we have studied in common drain amplifier. So what did I tell you? From here to here, I always see 1 by Gm. So Rd upon Rd plus 1 by Gm. Potential divider I can apply directly. So this will be my V0. V0 will be Rd upon Rd plus 1 by Gm. And if this is your V. So Gm Rd upon 1 plus Gm Rd. So directly I see 1 by Gm here. So 1 by Gm and 1 by Gm. So this will be V in by 2. Right? Are you getting this point? Here I see 1 by Gm and another 1 by Gm is there. So directly potential divide I can do. So what will be the current here? Gm V in by 2. Gm1 V in by 2. 1 by Gm, 1 by Gm. Gm1 V in by 2. So the current downward is Gm1 V in by 2. So basically what you got, only in one line only you will be able to answer it. Gm1 V in by 2 would be equals to minus Gm2 V0, right? This upward current, if I interchange the direction, it would be minus Gm2 V0. So what will be your V0 by V in? V0 by V in, that would be minus Gm1 divided by 2 Gm2. That's it. So option 2 is correct. Okay, good question it was. Quickly you would have been able to solve if you have good idea of small signal analysis. Okay, so a good idea of small signal analysis is required. Certainly it is required. This question very straightforward. You need to find steady state voltage V0. So steady state, they will act as very high resistance. They will act as open circuited. So how much voltage will be coming here? That would be 8 volt. Now 8 volt will be divided in the capacitance of these two. So what will be V0? V0 will be divided in the inverse proportion of capacitance of these two. So 3C by 7C into 8. So that would be 24 by 7. That's it. So at steady state, they act as open circuit. They are not actually open circuit. They are providing very high impedance. So if I say there is 1 lakh ohm, 1000, 10,000, whatever I have made, and another one is, this is 10,000, no? So another one is 2000 ohm, and there is 5 volt battery. Will you say, sir, these are very high resistance, so the current will be 0 ampere? No, you will not say that. And if current is 0 ampere, then V0 will be 0 volt. Will you say it like that? No, you will not say like that. You will say that the voltage will be, sir, 20,000 divided by 20,000 plus 10,000, 30,000 into 5. So the voltage will be, sir, 10 by 3 volt. So same thing is here. They are providing very high impedance. So similarly, you in the case of capacitance, you divide the voltage in inverse proportion. So 3C by 7C into 8. So it's not that they will be open circuited. Okay, these kind of concept I have already taught in the course itself, right? Now this is a good question. C1, only C2 is 2 farad. All these are 1 farad. So and initial voltage across C1 is given, that is 3 volt. Then switching operations are given. This question is also framed by me only. Although this is also framed by me. This one I got from NPTEL. Let's not talk the resources. From NPTEL or some resources, like some I am framing, some from my own side, some from NPTEL I am getting. Okay. So I hope you are enjoying the quality of the lecture. So let's solve this problem first. So first S1 is on. If S1 is on for 0 to 2 seconds, these are off only for 0 to 2 seconds. Initially these are off only. So only S1 is on. If S1 is on, what will happen? This will be the circuit, right? This is your C1, this is your C2, and this is having 3 volt. So suddenly there will be change in charge. So what will be your VC2? VC2 will be 3C1 upon C1 plus C2. I hope you know it. How did I write it? Because I cannot give the complete concept here, right? So 3 into C1. C1 is 1 divided by C1 plus C2. So basically it would be 1 volt. So this C2 will be charged to 1 volt. Now what will happen? This S2 will come in action, right? The switch S2 will come in action. So now this is charged to 1 volt. This C2 is charged to 1 volt. And then there is this resistance, and there is this another capacitor. We will be interested in VC3 potential. Why we are interested in VC3 potential? Because after that S3 will come in action. So I am interested in VC3 potential. This is the resistor R, right? So C2 is initially having 1 volt. So what will be your VC3 initially? That would be 0 volt at 2 seconds. VC3 would be at 2 seconds. That would be 0 volt only. Are you getting this point? Why it is 0 volt? Because there is a resistance. So 1 volt can be dropped across this resistance. So it will be 0 volt, and I have also shown this circuit in the course itself. So all these 3 kind of circuit I have shown, just I have compiled them in one question only. This is what I have done, nothing else. And at steady state, what will happen? At steady state, there will be charge conservation between these two. So that would be 1 into C2. That means 2 divided by C2 plus C3, 2 by 3 volt. So from 0 to 2 by 3 volt it is going. So what will be the equation of VC3T? From 0 to 2 by 3 it is going 1 minus T minus 2 by tau. And what will be the tau? Tau will be this C2 and C3 are coming in series, and then there is a resistance R. C2 and C3 are coming in series. That would be 2 by 3. So tau would be 2 by 3. So let's find VC3 at 4 seconds. What will be your VC3 at 4 seconds? Let me calculate it. So this is coming out to be 0.63 volt. 0.63 volt. Now what will happen? This S3 will come in action. So this is C3 which is having 0.63 volt. C3 or C2? C3. Now this is a resistance R, and this is C4. So here potential will be immediately divided. Why immediately divided? Because the whole path will be shorted. The whole path will be shorted. So it will be immediately divided. So how it will be divided? VC4 or V0 you can say at 4 seconds, right? At 4 plus second. Immediately it will be divided. So that will be 0.63 by 2, because C3 and C4 are same only. So 0.63 by 2 volt it will have. And at steady state it will try to go to 0 volt, because all the current will be flowing through the resistor. Basically immediately it will be divided. It will be 0.315 volt, and here also 0.315 volt you will get. And then that same potential will come across this resistance. So across this resistance some potential will be there. That is 0.315. Simply solving this, 0.315 volt. So now this will drive 0.315 by R current. So from where that current will be coming? From here and from here. So capacitors will be discharging. So at steady state both will be discharged to 0 volt. You can check out this video on our Cohort 0 to 10. It is freely available on YouTube. You can check out from there, or you can go from some other resources. You also must have studied it. So these are very standard circuit and very important. So V naught T from 0.362 it is discharging towards 0. And then what will be the time constant? C3 and C4 will be in parallel. C3 and C4 will be in parallel. So 2 and then R is 1 only. That's it. And from T minus 4 we are starting. At what time they are asking? They are asking at 6 seconds. So V naught at 6 seconds they are asking. So this would be the answer. So basically by 2 and by E, 0.116 we are getting. 0.116, or you can say 0.12 volt. So option B was correct. Okay, so this was a good question. Here if I keep on explaining these parts, all these kind of standard circuits, then it would take a lot of time. But I hope you know there was no resistance, immediate change. Resistance in series, then exponential rise. Resistance in parallel, then immediate change and discharge to 0. Okay, so you can check out these circuits in our code 0 to 10 only. It is available. You can check out there. Let's see this question. This is also a good question. So all transistors are identical. GM_R0 is equals to 1. The transistors are biased in saturation region, and this is a small signal model have been shown. You have to find small signal voltage gain. So what do you think? What this will be replaced with? All transistors are identical. This will be replaced with 1 by Gm parallel with R0. From V0 to ground, what do you see? 1 by Gm parallel with R0, right? From V0 to ground. So I can say from V0 to ground, I see one resistance, that is 1 by Gm parallel with R0. So I am denoting it with R. I am denoting this resistance with R. From V0 to ground, that is 1 by Gm parallel with R0. And here we have applied V in. Then from this node to ground, what do you see? Tell me. From this particular node to ground, again 1 by Gm parallel with R0. Say yes or no. So again I am denoting it with R. What I am saying, from this particular node to ground, what do you see? From here to ground, 1 by Gm parallel with R0, right? And then this is the resistance R0. Are you able to understand this concept? Very easy. And where is our V0? This is our V0. Tell me one thing. If I current is flowing here, then this I current will be divided in this loop, and then again I current will come out. Do you agree to this point? I am calling this potential as V dash. So V0 is my IR. What will be my V0? V0 is my minus IR, right? V0 is my minus IR. What will be V dash? V dash will be IR. So V dash will be equals to minus V0. So this node is minus V0 only. Are you getting this point? This node is minus V0 only. Did you understand this point? Very easy. From upward I current is flowing, that will be divided in two parts, so and then I current only will flow. So this is V0, this will be minus V0, right? So what will be the current in this MOS? That would be Gm V in plus V0, right? Because Gm VGS will be currents, so Gm V in plus V0. दिख नहीं रहा यहाँ पे. This is R0 is there, so Gm V in plus V0. So basically now I can apply nodal on this V0 node. So V0 by R, that is outward current, plus Gm V in plus Gm V0 plus V0 minus V0, that means 2 V0 by R0 is equals to 0. Do you agree to this equation? V0 by R plus Gm V in plus Gm V0 plus 2 V0 by R0, right? I have to add a page. Just if you just keep on writing the things that you know, you will be able to get to the final solution. That's my short guarantee. Okay. So V0 by R plus V0 by 1 upon Gm plus V0 by R0 by 2. That would be equals to minus Gm V in. So V0 by V in would be equals to what? Minus Gm into R parallel with 1 by Gm parallel with R0 by 2. So minus Gm. What was your R? R was 1 by Gm parallel with R0, right? 1 by Gm parallel with R0, parallel with 1 by Gm parallel with R0 by 2. So 1 by Gm parallel with 1 by Gm, what it will give you? R parallel R. R parallel R will give you R by 2. And what is our R? 1 by Gm. So 1 by 2 Gm it will give you. Not 2 by Gm, okay? Don't do this kind of error. 1 by Gm parallel with 1 by Gm would be 1 by 2 Gm. And R0 parallel R0 parallel R0 by 2. What it will give me? Give me R0 square by 2 plus 3 R0 by 2. So basically R0 by 3. So this will give me R0 by 3. R0 by 3. Now what this parallel combination will give me? 1 by 2 Gm into R0 by 3 plus 1 by 2 Gm plus R0 by 3. So R0 upon 3 plus 2 Gm R0, right? So this will be minus Gm into R0 upon 3 plus 2 Gm R0. Well and good. No issue. Yeah, all correct. So what is Gm R0? Gm R0 is 1. So minus 1 by 5. That's it. This is your voltage gain. This is the voltage gain we are having. Okay then. And what about this one? This question. You need to find I node current. So this is very easy. I node current you need to find. Negative feedback is there. Virtual short is valid. If this is V in, what that would be? Minus 10 V in. So how much current this will drive? What is V in? V in is 2 sin omega t. So this will be minus 20 sin omega t. Minus 20 sin omega t. So how much current it will drive? Minus 20 sin omega t divided by 4. So 5 sin omega t milliampere. 5 sin omega t milliampere. This is the current, right? And 0 minus 20, this is 2 sin omega t milliampere, right? Because 0 minus 20, so 20 sin omega t divided by 10 kilo. So 2 sin omega t milliampere, and both combined will go here. So 7 sin omega t milliampere. So what will be I naught? Negative of that. You will not say that I naught is 0. Output of the op-amp can drive any current. Input of the op-amp will drive 0 ampere current. Output of the op-amp can drive any current. So that would be minus 7 sin omega t microampere. Okay, and not milliampere, it will be microampere actually. Yeah, these are microampere. So answer will be in microampere. Okay, very easy question it was. So here VA equation is given. VA is the voltage source that we have applied. It has the DC bias as well. It has the AC bias as well. Small signal AC, not bias. Small signal AC voltage is also there, and DC bias is also there. And Vx is the DC voltage, such that Vn DC is 2 volt. Basically, when here you apply Vx, at that time you get 2 volt here. At that time you get 2 volt here. So for this curve, I have V versus I characteristics. So if I am getting 2 volt here, that means how much current it is driving? 2.5. If I am getting 2 volt here, that means it is driving 2.5 milliampere current. 2.5 milliampere current. Are you getting this point? If you are having 2 volt here, it will drive 2.5 milliampere current. 2.5 milliampere current. That means what will be the drop here? This is 2.5 milliampere current. Current is flowing in this direction. So this will be the drop. So this drop will be 2.5 volt. So 2.5 volt plus 2 volt. That means Vx is 4.5 volt. Very straightforward. So Vx is 4.5 volt. So this is the large signal analysis we have done. This question is based on network analysis, you can say, or it is from analog electronics. Majorly it is from analog electronics. This is the large signal analysis we have done, that Vn DC is 2 volt. That we know. So at that time it will drive 2.5 milliampere current. That means what will be your Vx? That will be 4.5 volt. Now what they are saying? Also find the amplitude of sinusoid component. So for sinusoid component, you have to replace it with its small signal model. So if I am replacing it with small signal model, so what is my small signal input? That is 10 millivolt sin omega t. 10 millivolt sin omega t. This is my small signal input. Then there is 1 kilo ohm. There is 1 kilo ohm resistance. And then there is this resistance. So in which region we are working? What was our DC operating point? This was our DC operating point. So only this slope we will find. This is a 2-terminal device. So while doing the small signal analysis, I can replace the 2-terminal device with a single resistor. But I have to find the region of operation where I am running. I am running in this particular region. In this particular region. Because my Vn DC is 2 volt. So in this particular region I am running. So what is the slope here? What is the resistance I will get? Change in V, that is minus 2 volt, divided by basically 3 minus 1 2, then 2 minus 3, yeah, divided by 1 milliampere. So this would be minus 2 kilo ohm. So this E can be replaced with minus 2 kilo ohm. Are you getting this point? If you are not understanding, you can go to my analog electronics playlist and you can watch the third lecture of diode circuit. There I have taught what is the actual meaning of small signal analysis. Why do we do that? What is the meaning of that? What do you mean by small signal? So every in-depth concept I have given. What is the actual meaning? If you know the actual meaning, then only you will be able to solve these kind of problems. Actually, this is a very straightforward problem, not that difficult. Okay, but there you will find a lot of good problems as well, where you actually need to draw the characteristics and then you will get to know in which region you are working. Here I have already given the operating point, but in some problems you need to find the operating point and then you need to do the small signal analysis. So here what we need to find? Sinusoid component we need to find. This would be the sinusoid component. So Vn, that would be minus 2 divided by 1 minus 2 into 10 millivolt sin omega t. So this will simply be 20 millivolt. Amplitude will be 20 millivolt. So option A is correct. Okay, very straightforward. Let's see this one. So you need to find V naught. So again, first I will consider my diode is on. Why I will consider my diode is on? If I consider my diode is on, then I can apply virtual short, because there will be negative feedback involved. So if I can apply virtual short, that means this node will go to 0. And if this node is going to 0, that means this is driving 20 microampere current, right? 2 volt divided by 100, 20 microampere current. So this 20 microampere current will be flowing through this diode. So we assume the diode to be on, then we find out that current is flowing from P to N only. That means diode is on only. Our assumption is correct. diode is on. First I assumed the diode to be on, then I found out that the current is flowing from P to N only. That means my assumption was correct. Or you can simply replace diode to be open circuited, then you will get to know that my output will be minus V set. So at this node you are having minus V set, and at this node you are having 2 volt. That means again diode will be on only. So eventually diode is turning on. So we can replace the diode with 0.7 volt, and this will be the answer. Wrong. It's not necessary that you will always replace the diode with 0.7 volt battery. You have to see the condition. No, that's why in the bold I have written reverse saturation current is 40 nano ampere. Okay. So what is the diode current equation? That is, diode current would be equals to I saturation e to the power Vd upon eta Vt. Eta you have to take 1 if it is not given. So Id is 20 micro and it is 40 nano, or you can say 0.04 micro, right? E to the power Vd upon Vt, exact value is 0.259. So from here we can get the Vd value, that would come out to be approximately 0.15 volt. Okay, so that's it. This is the answer. So always remember, you should not be replacing the diode with any battery. Even in the reverse bias, it will not be open circuited always. I told you this thing. You have to see the reverse saturation current, and at that reverse saturation current, what is the negative voltage it is having. So by that you will replace it. So these kind of things you should be comfortable with. Okay. So in this problem, you have to find the small signal differential voltage gain you need to find. So how you can do it? Small signal differential voltage gain. So I can apply the concept of half circuit. So what this will be replaced with? Basically, I will apply the concept of half circuit here. I will apply the concept of half circuit. So this will be RL by 2. Basically, this resistance will be RD parallel RL by 2. Because RL by 2 will come. So RD parallel RL by 2. RL by 2 will be replaced here. RD parallel RL by 2. And this node will be grounded, right? And even this node will also be grounded. That's why they are coming in parallel. I hope you know the concept of half circuit. Even if you don't know, no need to worry. In the interview, it is very rare. If you are someone from M.tech, then you should be good enough with the differential amplifiers. But in B.tech, or if you are preparing for internship, there is very rare chance that they will go into differential amplifiers. Okay, very rare chance. Even if you don't know, you can skip it, because I do not recommend you studying the complete differential amplifier now, because that will take a lot of time. So you can skip it as of now. Okay, but those who know the concept of half circuit, simply it will be replaced with ground. This will also be replaced with ground. So RD parallel to RL by 2, and this is RS. So what will be the differential gain? Only one stage gain I can write. That would be what this is coming. This is becoming common source amplifier with degeneration. So what is that gain? GM RD parallel RL by 2. These are very standard circuits. So, and we solve it again and again. So we kind of remember the result upon 1 plus GM RS. What is my RS? RS is RS only. So is that the answer? No, negative sign will come, because here you have applied positive potential, and at this node only you are calculating. So if this node goes up, this node will actually go down, and this here you are having the positive sign, so this negative will come. So answer 3 is correct, not this one. Okay, so negative sign would be coming, because if this node is going up, this node is going down, and here you are calculating. If this sign was like this, then your answer would be this one. But not, this is not correct, because our sign is positive to negative. So negative sign will come. So option C is correct. Okay, easy. Let's see this one. So these are good kind of problems. So initially what will happen? Capacitors are uncharged, capacitor will be shorted. So what will happen to this parallel combination of RC, and what will happen to this parallel combination of RC? Do you know this thing? Here how much frequency content is there? Infinite frequency content, because there is a sudden jump. So parallel combination of RC can be replaced with capacitors only, because if there is sudden jump, that means there is high frequency content. If there is high frequency content, that means capacitors are providing very low impedance. If capacitors are providing very low impedance, so very low in parallel to some finite, 2 parallel to 1000, what it will give you? Nearly 2 only. So this can be replaced with capacitors. Okay. So at t equals to 0, at t equals to 0 plus, how will your circuit look like? There is an op-amp, capacitor C is there, 2C is there, this is your V0, C, 2C, and this is 5 volt. What will be your V0 at t equals to 0 plus? That would be C by 2C into 5 volt, right? C by 2C into 5 volt. Are you getting this point? 1 by 2CS divided by 1 by CS. So C would come upward. So and minus sign will also be there because it is inverting amplifier. So minus 2.5 volt. This is at t equals to 0. At t equals to infinity, what will happen? Both capacitors will be open circuited. If both capacitors are being open circuited, that means at t equals to infinity, V naught infinity, that would be, these will be open circuited, so that would be minus 5 volt only. So from 2.5 to minus 2.5 to minus 5 it is going. And for V naught, so V naught is going from minus 2.5 to minus 5 plus e to the power minus t by tau. What will be tau? Tau will be these two only, because if you connect your V naught, this will be your V naught and this is your ground. So across V naught, what do you see? 2C parallel with R. So across 2C you see only R resistance, so that would be 2RC. So basically your effective time constant is 2RC. I am moving a bit fast because this is a solution video. I cannot provide you the core concept, right? So minus 5 plus 2.5 e to the power minus t by 2 RC. RC is 1 only. This is your V naught T equation. You can draw the waveform as well. In the interview, they can ask you the waveforms as well. So at 1 second, they are asking. So minus 5 plus 2.5 e to the power minus 1 by 2. So if you calculate it, you will get roughly around minus 3.5 volt. So this is the answer. Minus 3.5 volt is the answer. Okay. Let's see this one. The Zener diode acts, so basically cut-in voltage is 1 volt and breakdown voltage is 3 volt. Basically they are saying that it will act as 1 volt in forward bias, that means cut-in voltage is 1 volt and breakdown voltage is 3 volt, and IT is 1 milliampere and it is coming for t greater than 0. 1 milliampere, 1 UT it is given. Which of the statement is true? That we need to find. So initially there is 0 charge on the capacitor, so this will be 0 volt. If this is 0 volt, let's just say my output is, I don't know what will be my output. Let's just say here I am getting plus 10 volt because I don't know what is here. Okay, so I am assuming it would be 10 volt. If it is 10 volt, that means if 10 volt goes here, roughly around 10 volt, something like 10 volt goes here. So this diode will be turning on and the other one will be going into breakdown. Say yes or no. Basically, this is the structure now. This is the structure. This I know that 10 volt will not go directly because there is limiting resistance connected. But let's just assume somewhat around 10 volt goes here. So this diode will be turning on. This one will be turning on. So 10 minus 0.7. Here what you will have 9.3. And 9.3 is enough to get this into breakdown because our breakdown voltage is 3 volt only. So this will be replaced with the battery of 3 volt. This will be replaced with the battery of 3 volt. Battery of 3 volt from N to P side. So battery of 3 volt and this is 1 volt. So basically your output will be 4 volt. So here you will have 4 volt. And if you are having 4 volt here, so how much voltage will come here? 3 volt. 4 volt, that means how much voltage will come here? 3 volt. So at positive side you are having 3 volt and negative side you are having 0 volt. So 10 volt assumption was correct. So initial assumption was correct. So our initial output is 4 volt. So it will go from plus 4 to minus 4. Why it will go from plus 4 to minus 4? Because this capacitor is being charged. Now this capacitor is being charged. So basically your VC is equals to V negative. This capacitor is being charged. How it is being charged? With the constant current, because this will drive 0 ampere current. This will drive 0 ampere current, right? So it is being charged with a constant current. What is that? IT by C, 1 milliampere into time t by C, that is 2 microfarad. Okay, so t into 10 to the power 3. Okay, so this is how it is being charged. So this is my V negative t, that is t into 10 to the power 3 volt. Here you are having 3 volt, right? I am having 3 volt here. Oh, wait a second. Divided by 2 micro is there, no? Divided by 2 is also there. Divided by 2 is also there. Otherwise, I would have done this mistake. Yeah. So now when my output will go to minus 10? When this node goes to above 3 volt. This VC node is rising up, right? This VC node or V negative node, you can see this is the equation with time t. So it is rising up, right? V negative t, it is rising up. It will keep on rising up. There is no other way because there is constant current, so it will keep on rising up. This is your VCT, or you can say V negative. At that time when it reaches 3 volt, the time when it reaches 3 volt, this time, what is that time? That would be when it reaches 3 volt, that would be 6 millisecond. I need to find the time when it reaches 3 volts. So that would be, T would be 6 millisecond. So after that it will be going above 3 volt, right? It will be going about 3 volt. Let's just say it goes to 3.1 volt. If it goes to 3.1 volt, 3.00001 volt, at that time what will happen? This will be replaced with minus 10 volt. And if this is replaced with minus 10 volt, then you can see the operating condition. This will go from minus 4 to, this will go from plus 4 to minus 4. So at 6 millisecond, you are going from plus 4 to minus 4 volt, not at 3 millisecond. And what is our steady state voltage? Steady state voltage is minus 4 volt. Okay, not plus 4 volt. Okay, steady state voltage is minus 4 volt. And it is a astable multivibrator. No, this is not a multivibrator. This is a simple circuit. It was initially 4 volt, then at steady state it is minus 4 volt. This is not a multivibrator. Okay, so only option 1 is correct. From plus 4 to minus 4 you are going at 6 millisecond. Well and good. Okay, so it was a good problem. Let's see the solution of this one. This is very interesting problem. I guess few of you might have messed it up. What is the error you could have done? You could have clicked on this one, that this is a cascode amplifier. Are you really sure this is cascode amplifier? No, this is common source amplifier with degeneration and cascode current source in load. Okay, common source amplifier with degeneration, cascode current source in load. If it was cascode amplifier, then V in would be here. Okay, what is this? When I was teaching you cascode amplifiers, there I have taught this circuit, and I told you many people get confused. So that's why I asked this question. This is common source amp with the degeneration. And what is there? Cascode current source in load. Okay, so output resistance, you know, this is a very standard circuit. So this will be replaced with R0 only. So very standard circuit it is. What will be output resistance? So this will be replaced with RO1. So output resistance will be GM2 RO2 RO1 parallel to, this will be replaced with RO4. So GM3 RO3 RO4. Right, very standard circuit it is. What will be its transconductance, capital GM? Will that be equals to minus GM3? No, that would be equals to minus GM3 upon 1 plus GM RS. So 1 plus GM3 RS. What is that RS? RS is RO4. This will be replaced with RO4 because this is DC bias, this will be gone. So this will be replaced with RO4. So minus GM3 upon 1 plus GM3 RO4. So this is how the GM would be replaced. This is your R0. So what will be the gain? Gain will be minus GM3 and then this resistance. This is the approximated gain. And parallel to this, these things will come, RO3 RO4, and in the denominator 1 plus GM3 RO4 will also come. So this point, approximated gain, this is wrong. Approximated R0, this is right. This is right. This is not right. This circuit is cascode amplifier? No, this is not cascode. This is common source amplifier with degeneration and cascode current source in load. So cascode current source is used as a load? Yes. So 1 and 4 are correct, 2 and 3 are not correct. So if someone was in hurry, then he would have clicked on 1, 2, 3, 4. All are correct, but it is not. Okay. Let's see this problem. Here the core concept of a oscillator will be used. You should know what is an oscillator. So for that, this is providing you a 90-degree phase shift. And in oscillator, what do you require? In oscillator, you require 0-degree phase shift. So what is required? 0-degree phase shift. You require 0-degree phase shift. And this is giving you 90-degree phase shift. So another minus 90 you can get from here. You need minus 90. So this question also I framed on my own only. So another minus 90 you need from here. This is V0, this is Vf. So what will be your beta? Beta. So Vf is equals to beta V0. So I need to find Vf by V0. This is my R. This is C. This is also R. This is C. Beta value I will find. Basically from this transfer function I need minus 90-degree phase shift. this is my V naught, and this is my Vf. So R parallel with 1 by Cs. What I can do, I will replace this with Thevenin. Okay, so basically R parallel with 1 by Cs, R upon R into 1 by Cs upon R plus R upon RCS plus 1, and this is what will be my V Thevenin voltage, that would be V naught upon RCS plus 1, right? Are you getting this point? I am just replacing this circuit with Thevenin voltage, nothing else. Here I am finding Thevenin voltage. What that would be? 1 upon Cs upon 1 upon Cs plus R into V naught. So that would be V naught upon RCS plus 1. And then Thevenin resistance, that would be R parallel with 1 by Cs. So this is what I will get. And then there is in series R and then 1 by Cs and Vf, right? So a bit calculative it is, but oscillator problems are calculative only. Even any problem you see, oscillator problems will be calculative only. This is the least calculative one. Okay, at least two parallel combination, not parallel, you can say two cascaded combination of RC you will have to find in oscillator problems. Okay, then 1 upon Cs plus R plus R upon RCS plus 1. So RCS plus 1, and here what you will get, RCS plus 1 and then RCS plus 1 whole square plus RCS. What we are doing, we are finding Vf, this was our Vf into this V naught potential into V naught by RCS plus 1 into V naught by RCS plus 1. So into V naught by RCS plus 1. So RCS plus 1 and RCS plus 1 will be getting cancelled. Just simple transfer function you need to find. And these kind of calculation you should be comfortable with. Okay, 1 plus 3 RCS minus omega square, not omega square, basically plus R square C square S square. This is what you are getting into V naught S. Basically, what is your beta? What beta is Vf by V naught. In terms of omega I am finding, so that would be 1 minus omega square R square C square plus 3j omega RC. Now what do I need? You need 90 degree phase shift. You need from beta, how much angle you need? Minus 90 degree. So what you can do? Put this equals to 0. For that, I will put this equals to 0. So this is my frequency of oscillation, right? This is my frequency of oscillation. At omega equals to 1 by RC. At omega equals to 1 by RC, I will get minus 90 degree phase shift. Why is it so? Why is it so? Because after this, what will be my beta? Beta will be 1 by 3j omega RC. That means what is the angle? Angle is minus 90 degree. So whenever you get the beta expression, you need to see what do I require? I require minus 90 degree. That means I need to put minus 1 minus omega R square C square equals to 0. Sometimes it may happen that you require 180 degree or 0 degree. Sometimes it may happen that you require 0 degree. Then you put what you put? You put the imaginary part equals to 0. But here we require imaginary part. So that's why I put the real part equals to 0. This part I have put equals to 0. So this is my 3 dB, this is my frequency of oscillation, right? And omega is equals to 1 by RC. So what will be my beta? At frequency of oscillation, what will be my beta? At omega equals to frequency of oscillation, I am calling omega naught, okay? So that would be 1 by 3j. Because omega is equals to 1 by RC, so RC will get cancelled. So basically what is the condition? That A beta should be equals to 1. So mode of A should be equals to 1 by mode of beta. And mode of beta is 1 by 3. That means mode of A should be equals to 3. So two conditions we needed to find. What is the value of A? That is 3 and omega is equals to 1 by RC. Well and good. So this is the answer. Very good question. Okay. Let's see this one. You need to find the R in from this particular port, from the port AB. From here you need to find R in. So this is also a very good problem. So from a port I need to find. So what I will do, I will connect a battery V here and get current I out of it. This is what we do when we need to find the resistance. So my R in will be equals to V by I, right? Or what I can do, I can call this one as V1 and this one as V2. So my R in will be, what is my V? V will be V1 minus V2 by I. So this is my V1. So this is my V1 and this is my V2, right? From here to here, what do you know? That this is your R0, right? And from here to here also, what do you see? This is also your R0. There could be multiple way of solving it. This is what I thought. Okay, this clicked to me, this manner clicked to me, so I am following in this manner only. This is your V2. Okay, now I need to write down the equation. So this is your I, and here also I am having I current. So my I current is equal to this current V0 by R0 plus the current in MOS. So current in MOS I don't know, so I assume this potential is X. So what will be my current in and MOS? That would be GMX. And what will be the current here? That would also be GMX, right? So I see very interesting thing here, that my current I is equals to V1 by R0 plus GMX. And this current I is equals to what? This current I is equals to, this current I is outward current, not inward current. So you can say minus I is equals to GMX plus V2 by R0, right? Do you agree to this point? GMX plus V2 by R0. Or you can say this negative sign I can pick here. So I is equals to minus GMX minus V2 by R0. Now I add up both of the equations because I do not want X. I do not want X in my term. So I will add up both of the equations. So what I will get? 2I is equals to V1 minus V2 by R0. So from here, what do I see? R in, that is equals to V1 minus V2 by I. That would be equals to 2R0. Here it is. Okay, straightforward. Not straightforward, but it should click. It should have been clicked. It would take around 3 to 4 minutes, but it will click. Certainly it will click. Okay, I solved it also as a new question only. It clicked to me. I will put V1, V2, and if there is any intuition behind it, because this X node is going to 0, right? This R0 and R0 are coming in series. Basically, this is the answer to R0. That means R0 and R0 are coming in series. So this X node is going to 0. Can anyone tell why it is happening? I will think of it. Okay, I will certainly think of it, and I can see like why it is happening. This will go to 0 only. So I will think of it, and certainly it will come. So, or by this method, only 2 equations we needed to write. Okay. Now one question on BJT. So on the BJT also they will ask some question. They can ask some question. It's not necessary that they will ask, but it is also one of the finest topic for the written test. In the interview they will not ask much question from BJT, but in the not much question in the interview they generally don't ask question from BJT, but in the written test they can ask. And Zener diode, in the most of the company I have seen, they connect BJT with Zener. It happens, I don't know why, but they connect BJT with Zener. In most of the company it happens. Okay, so what you need to find the current gain beta. So basically collector current you need to find, base current or emitter current you need to find, then you can find the current gain as well. So 10 volt is there, this is the 10 volt and this is the Zener. So 10 volt is enough to get it into breakdown. Also you can see that they are saying that in the Zener the current is flowing 0.5 milliampere. That means the current is flowing from N to P, then certainly it is going into breakdown, right? Then only the current will flow from N to P. So certainly it is going into breakdown. Or in 99% of the problems, 99.95% of the problems, the Zener will always go into breakdown if the question is on Zener diode with BJT. Okay, Zener will certainly go into breakdown in 99% of the problems. Okay, in GATE 2023 there was a question in electrical engineering where Zener did not go into breakdown. So that was a very good problem. Zener was connected with BJT only, but that did not go into breakdown. But 99% chances is there it will go into breakdown. So if you are preparing for placements, if it is coming in your written test, then just think that it will go into breakdown. So first consider it into breakdown. Also we have also seen that the current is also flowing. So if it goes into breakdown, this will be replaced with the battery of 5.3. So this will be 5.3. So 10 minus 5.3, this will be 4.7. So this current will be 1 milliampere. 10 minus 5.3, 4.7, 4.7 divided by 4.7 kilo ohm. So this current will be 1 milliampere. This current is 0.5 milliampere. That means this current will be 0.5 milliampere. This is 5.3. So this drop will be 0.6. It is given. VB drop is 0.6 volt. So what this potential will be? 5.3 minus 0.6, that would be 4.7 volt. So how much this current will be? 4.7 divided by 470. This current will be 10 milliampere. So from here I get to know that my base current is 0.5 milliampere and my emitter current is 10 milliampere. So what is my base current? Base current is beta plus 1 into IB. IB is 0.5 milli, that is equals to 10 milli. So beta plus 1 is equals to 20. So beta is equals to 19. That's it. So my current gain is 19. Well and good. Very easy. Okay, so that's it. This is the complete solution of our first All India mock test. Okay, and announcement about the second All India mock test, that also I will do, but I need a lot of comments that how the paper was. Okay, what was the level of questions, did you enjoy it, and if you need more test, when I should arrange it, so that you need to tell. Certainly test series will also come for analog VLSI placements. Test series will also come, so that also we will see. So you need to comment down and I will be waiting for your comments, because a lot of efforts has been put on these test series. So I am working on other test series as well for analog VLSI domain, and control systems test series is also there for gate guys. For particularly for analog VLSI also, this was just the trailer. More good questions are there. A lot of good questions are there. So I am working on those. So I just want to see your comments. I want to see your support. I want you to share it with everyone so that it reaches more and more people. Okay. So yeah, thank you very much.